Welcome to Veranda IAS. In Indian Economy Foundation, we are going to see the sources for economy. The sources are very important because this simplifies the process to a greater extent. When you find your sources very well and your understanding increases. Okay, so let's get into the session. In this session, you will be getting to know about the various sources and important sources to refer for economic. There is a famous quote that is said by Hinckley. He says that you cannot build a great building on a weak foundation. To have a strong foundation, so let's get into the what are the various books that we need to refer upon. First is you need to start from NCERT. Why generally people prefer NCERT book is it gives a basic and very good understanding about the economics. Not just for the economy, for the entire preparation, where the right place to start a preparation is NCERT books. So here in the 9th standard NCERT books in the economy, you will be learning about what are the basics of economy and the basic people, who are all the people that we are going to study in economy, and what is a poverty, and to address the poverty, what are the various steps that has been taken by the government. So very basics of economy you will be studying it in this book. In the next book, that is in the 10th NCERT, here you will be understanding what is the basics of development and how the development led for globalization, and here through globalization how the consumer rights have evolved, because globalization has increased the consumer choices and based on which how the consumer rights have evolved. So all these topics will be covered under this NCERT book. And in the next one, that is 11th NCERT in Indian economic development. Here you will be learning about LPG reforms, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization. After this reforms, how the various sectors have been impacted because of these reforms, like agriculture, industries, service sector, infrastructure, what are the impact of on these sectors because of these reforms, and the basics of these sectors will be learnt in Indian economic development. Okay. And in the next book, that is class 12 also you need to refer. In class 12 you have two economic NCERT books, one is microeconomic and the other is macroeconomic. What is microeconomic? Microeconomy means studying the economy in a particular closed area. For an example, the handling of the economy by an individual or by an entire firm. Okay, so this kind of a micro units we study in microeconomics. In case if you take of macro, it combines and subsumes the entire part of the economy. For an example, the entire national's income, okay, and how the banking is functioning, what is poverty, in how the poverty is existing in global level. So in macroeconomy you focus on the entire system. Okay, in microeconomy you focus on the micro units, that is on the individual or individual firm. So here you will be studying about the what is meant by supply and how supply is changing the demand. All these factors you will be studying here, and moreover how the market stabilization is happening and how the firms are competing with each other and how it is maintained also you will be studying here. And the next is macroeconomic. In macroeconomy, where comes your important UPSC syllabus? Here you will be learning about what is inflation, how the national income is calculated. Okay, all the macroeconomic concepts will be studied by you in this book. This book is very important for the UPSC preparation, and the understanding of these basic core concepts helps you to travel through the entire syllabus in an easy way. And moreover, in this book you will be learning about banking and the capital market and basis of other macroeconomic concepts as well. So these are the various books. In addition to that, okay, you need to refer few other books as well. First, you can go for Veranda IAS material, which through mains course you will be introduced through the economic syllabus, where you can refer to these sources as well. Okay. Next is Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh. He is a famous author. He has exclusively written a book for UPSC preparation, so you can refer this book as well. And the next important is Economic Survey Volume 1 and 2. So this is an economic survey that is released by Finance Ministry every year. It will have 2 volumes. Okay, this studies the previous year's economic performance of the India. So if you study the economic survey volume 1 and 2, what happens is you can have a better understanding how the economy has performed in the previous year. So based on this economic survey only, the upcoming year's budget will be evolved. Okay, so understanding the economic survey is very important, and from this you can expect prelims and mains question. Okay, so next important source is Press Information Bureau. The PIB gives in very authentic information, even though you can refer to many sites in the online, but PIB gives an authentic information which you can always refer for the economics as well. And the next is newspaper. In the newspaper, it comes economic section. Generally, when we read newspaper, we skip the economic section. But after completing of this foundation course, which you will not be skipping, and you will be understanding the economic section of the newspaper as well. Generally, when you are studying newspaper, it is not necessary you should go for a economic specific newspaper. Instead, you can read the Hindu itself. That will serve the purpose. Okay. So if you are following a newspaper, just follow it continuously all through the year, because every newspaper follows a certain pattern in their writing and editorial structure. Once you got accustomed to that, then you can have a flow in your preparation as well. Okay, so follow the newspaper, and in that economic section also kindly please focus on that. Don't skip hereafter after completing this foundation session. Next is budget. Every year the government releases the budget, so you need to focus upon the budget as well for the for the economy. In the foundation session, you will be given a basics, what is my budget and how the budget is formulated, and all the basic concepts will be covered here. Okay, even after the foundation, you will be able to understand the budget document. And the next is Rajya Sabha TV. In the Rajya Sabha TV, every day there will be lot of debates will be happening. Okay, so just follow the RS TV for news, where you will be getting the recent updated news. Again, RS TV is an authentic source where the lot of meaningful discussions will be happening, because it's not promoted by any entity, as in it is an independent organization. So you can trust on RS TV information and debates. So thank you guys, we have come to the end of the session. In this session we have learnt what are the various sources, okay, for the economic preparation. So all the very best, catch you in the next session.